Hi everyone, Chris, and I'm back for another volume of the Blue Collar Cicerone. Tonight we're going to be reviewing the Shiner, there we go, Ruby Redbird in a 12-ounce can. Now, Shiner comes from the Spetzel Brewery in Texas. You probably know it better for their Bock. In fact, Shiner Bock is probably their flagship beer. This Ruby Redbird, it does not list what specific kind of beer it is. It simply says that it's a beer brewed with Texas Ruby Red grapefruit juice and natural ginger flavors added. So no indication of what the beer variety is. It does, however, have a 4.01 ABV, and I picked it up for $1.45 at Pint Defiance in Tacoma. So as you can tell, it's definitely a blue collar Cicerone deal. When you can get a beer for less than $1.45. I don't have an actual mug. I'm gonna use my Starbucks coffee mug. Give it a nice good pour. See if that grapefruit's coming out already. Can't say that there's a whole lot of aroma rising as I pour it. Okay, I put it directly to my nose and it smells exactly like Sunday morning breakfast. It's got that grapefruit. You can definitely smell the grapefruit, and you can smell the ginger too. Uh, Boy, this is a complex smell, and it's a lot of carbonation, almost an amber color, if you can see there. Um, Not sure how that's going to show up on camera. Has a frothy head, still has about a half a finger of it even after it's been poured. That's all that there was in that can. All right, let's. Not bad. It's a summertime beer. It's low ABV, so it's obviously the kind of beer you could drink a lot of and not have to. Of course, obviously after you're finished mowing the lawn, but you don't have to worry about falling off the porch after drinking a bunch of these. It's it is just a beer. I mean, if I were going to say that it tastes like any variety of beer, I'd liken it to maybe a an American lager. That all you can really smell is you can smell the ginger, you can smell the grapefruit in this for sure, and you can taste the grapefruit. But I can't say that there's a whole lot of flavor otherwise. The ginger is definitely more prevalent on the nose than on the tongue, and it almost comes across like a cider. Not quite. You can still get a little bit of that weedy um, taste, indicating that it was in fact a beer. And I would say it probably has a medium-low mouthfeel, just the slightest bit of spikiness, but it's not an overly citrus from the grapefruit. So, all in all, not a bad beer. $1.45 for a 12-ounce can. Can't hardly go wrong. I I don't know who exactly to recommend this beer to per se. I mean, I wouldn't imagine that it's the kind of beer that even fruit beer people would necessarily gravitate towards. It's uh, it's something to maybe have in the back of your fridge for your friends who come over who oftentimes drink Budweiser, but you don't want to be seen with Budweiser in your fridge, so you got something for them to drink. You can pull this out and say, "Here, give this a shot." So I think that would probably be the best recommendation for what to do with this beer. But Shiner, Ruby Redbird, $1.45, 12-ounce can. This is Chris signing off, saying cheers.